Okay, here is my audience. 3 people. Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you about cookies, how to make cookies. Cookies are really versatile. Everybody loves them and everybody likes to eat them. And I'm going to teach you a really easy recipe so that you can make your cookies and impress all your friends, families. This is a really simple recipe for some creamy, buttery sugar cookies. Woohoo! And these cookies can be used in a wide variety of ways. You can use the cookies as gifts. You can give the cookies to your kids. You can create different displays with the cookies, and you can sell those displays. You can also use the cookies to decorate cakes. Like I said, there's a lot of things you can do with them. These cookie recipe are cutout cookies, so they can be cut into any shapes you would like. They can be decorated for Halloween, Christmas, Easter, birthdays. Pretty much anything you can do without cut the shape out of, you can take the cookie and you can conform it to what you want it to be. Now I'm going to show you how to make these cookies from the recipe that my grandmother gave to me. It was passed down from my parents, and it's something that I have some wonderful memories with my grandmother making cookies. And as my kids were growing up, we created a lot of memories making cookies. The kids would eat the dough and they'd have icing everywhere, and it's just a wonderful fuzzy memory to have. And hopefully you'll be able to take my recipe and create some memories of your own. So in order to make these cookies, I'm going to give you a list of ingredients, and then we're going to go over the materials we'll need, and then we'll go through the step-by-step instructions. So we want to go and wash our hands always before we start any project in the kitchen. We want to gather together a large mixing bowl, the measuring spoons, the measuring cups, a hand mixer, a wooden spoon, our cookie sheets, our drying shelves, our rolling pin, and our dough mat. Now, if you don't know what a dough mat is, that's like a rubber mat that you lay out and you sprinkle some flour on it, and that's where you're going to cut out your cookies from. Also, now once we get all of our materials gathered, we're going to want to gather our ingredients. Now for our ingredients, we're going to need 2 cups of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 eggs, a teaspoon of vanilla, 2 cups of flour. Now we want to have a little extra flour because we're going to want to dip those cookie cutters in flour so that our cookies come out really easily. Then we're going to need, for our icing, we're going to need 4 cups of powdered sugar, a 1/4 cup of corn syrup, and a 1/4 cup of milk. Now we're going to need to have some food coloring too, because you're going to need to dye your icing, whatever your desired color is. I know like at Christmas we need red and green. And at Easter we would need white for the angels and the little bunnies. So just depending on what season it is, that would depend on the different colors that you would need. I normally keep a great deal of colors on hand, but you can use whatever you have in your kitchen. So let's go inside the kitchen and let's get started making those cookies. Woo! First we need to wash up and grab us an apron because it does get a little messy with cookie cutting and flour. And we want to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. In the large mixing bowl, we're going to cream together the sugar, the granulated sugar, and the butter. Your butter needs to be softened. It doesn't need to be real hard. That way it mixes really well. Then we want to add our vanilla and our eggs. Mix that a little bit and add your vanilla. And once you get the vanilla stirred in really well, add your flour 1 cup at a time. Now your dough is going to be a little stiff, but that's okay because you want a firm dough so that your cookie will easily come out of your shape. Now lightly flour the the dough board. And once you get the dough board lightly floured, you want to divide your cookie dough into about 4 or 5 balls. Kind of small balls so that they're easy to work with. Now when you get your cookie dough into the ball, you dust a little flour on your rolling pin so that your rolling pin does not stick to your dough. Roll out your cookies to about a 1/2 inch thickness, and then put your cookie cutters in the flour and then gently press those into your dough. Take your cookie sheets, spray them with Pam, and then gently remove your cookies and add them onto your cookie sheet. And when you put them on your cookie sheet, you want to allow room for growth because the cookies will rise a little bit. Pop those cookies in the oven, and you've got 8 to 10 minutes. Then the cookies will be golden brown. Now, once the cookies get golden brown, you want to pop them out of the oven and quickly remove them and put them on a cooling rack. After about 20 minutes, your cookies are going to be cool, and you're going to be ready to ice them. So take your 4 cups of granulate, your 4 cups of powdered sugar, add in your milk and your cornstarch, stir that up really well, and then divide it into little bowls. Now, once you get it into the little bowls, you're going to want to add your colors. A couple of drops of food colors will create the darkness and lightness of the color that you want. If you want it a little darker, add a little more color. Now, take your cookies that you've got cool. You can brush them. You can dip them. You can paint the icing on, however you'd like to do it. Now, if you have kids, a lot of kids like to add M&Ms and sprinkles, marshmallows. You know, you can pretty much choose any media to add to your cookie to kind of make it your own. Now, once your cookies dry, which will take about 2 or 3 hours for them to get nice and dry, you can store them in an airtight container. So now that we've completed our cookies, and I'm sure we probably gobbled a few along the way, but we've learned a great cookie recipe that's really versatile. And this recipe can be used, you can give it as gifts. You can use them just to leave for Santa by the tree, or you can just have a big glass of milk and eat them. Woo-hoo. Or one thing I've done over the years is I've built cookie bouquets with them as gifts. I've used the cookies to make cake decorations. And this is just a really good way to spend some quality time in your kitchen with your kids and your family. And you'll create some wonderful memories. I know some of my fondest memories have been, you know, at my mom's kitchen or my grandmother's kitchen, and we're making cookies. And then as my kids grew up, we spent a lot of time in the kitchen with the kids on the holidays baking cookies. And it's just a wonderful adventure. And I hope you'll take my recipe, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you.